6:40 the time. Good morning. 34 degrees the temp. My name is Bob Schmidt. It's BS with Bob. I was thinking, Christmas time, a lot of times people sit around the old Christmas tree and they pass out gifts, and either the oldest child gets the gift first or the youngest child gets the gift first, but never the middle child. And I thought to myself, who could bring that up and say it with such eloquence more than my buddy Bruce Hopman, the middle child industry's workhorse? Bruce, good morning. And I was also thinking, as we were talking, you're actually just the hoe, because it's the, ho, ho, ho. The middle hoe is just the one that people kind of like slide by, so you're just the hoe.
The middle hoe.
The middle hoe. This time of the year, you're the middle hoe.
The middle child industry hoe.
There you go. So I didn't realize that it was such a problem for the problem child, or for the middle child, this time of the year, until I read your press release.
Well, everything is a problem for the problem child. That's why they call us the problem child. We will. I mean, look, I'm the first, I realize our shortcomings as middle children. It doesn't matter what you do at Christmas time. It doesn't matter what kind of gift you get. You could think you're being so clever and getting just what we want, and we're going to find a way to have a problem with it.
Wait, stop right there. That's what I'm talking. That's why you guys in the middle child union have problems, because you always find problems with things. It's Christmas. It's the time of giving and the time of cheer.
Of course, yeah. Look, I know I've got an uphill battle. I know. I'm fighting. An uphill battle here. But somebody's got to do it, Bob. And I think acknowledging the problem exists is maybe the first step. Maybe the first step towards a cure.
Do you think there's a cure in sight? Do you think that 2015 will be the year of the middle child?
Absolutely not. There's no way. Look, you could get us all the same present. Like, if you're a family of three, you could get each of the kids the same thing because you think, I'll be really clever here. This will avoid the problem because nobody can complain. They're all getting the same thing. It still won't. We'll turn that around in some ways. Like they couldn't take the time to think of an original gift. Is that how little they think? It doesn't matter. We'll find a problem with it.
But do you think that it probably stems from you guys and just being the middle children and being that critical thinker?
It's a little bit. Yeah, we may go into the holiday with a little bit of a chip in our shoulder. This is the thing. And I do this as a public service to your listeners, the International Middle Child Union, we raise the Middle Child Syndrome Advisory Alert to code red during the holiday season, because it's going to be a tough time for the middle child. I think what happens is any holiday, and I think we spoke maybe on Thanksgiving about this as well, any time the family's together, things are heightened. A lot of those childhood memories come rushing back. You're going back into the hornet's nest. So any middle child issues you had probably all bubble up. So we go into it with a little bit of a chip on our shoulder. So we raise the advisory alert to red. Everyone should know, just stay away from the middle child, or be really careful what you say.
But the nice thing about the red this time of the year is, Christmas is red and green. See, Santa Claus is red, and you're thinking of red, so it's a good thing.
And you say I'm not in the holiday spirit.
What? There you go. Your favorite word, when I called you, you answered it bah humbug. I figured that at least, Hey,
I'll tell you what else. Holiday spirit. Go to my blog, smackdabblog.com, and there I have posted what I'm hoping will become an annual Christmas tradition. And I know you wrote a poem. I wrote this poem last year, and I'm trying to get this going. It's the middle child's night before Christmas. It's my version of the night before Christmas.
You want to share it?
It's kind of long. I could take you through the whole thing, but what I wanted to do was capture it from our point of view, because when I hear the traditional reading of the poem, I'm like, where is this house? All the kids are sleeping. Everything's right. This house, there is no middle child in this house. So I thought it needed to be retold.
Well, I've got a couple minutes. You want to share it? We'll take longer than 5 minutes.
Oh no! It's like maybe 3 minutes.
All right.
Interrupt me at any point.
Actually, you know what? I'm just glancing at your blog right now. November 17th is the latest one that's on there, and I see BS on there like many times.
Well, yeah. You know what? I realized that about us. We share that in common. Of course, mine is a little middle child. My first and middle initial are BS.
Okay.
Yeah. And
my first initials, actually, I truly should be an RS, but my parents nicknamed me Bob when I was a child, so that's where the BS comes in.
My brother's initials are MD, so I'm like, that's nice. Thanks, Mom and Dad. He gets to be an MD, and I get to be BS, which is so, these middle child problems are deeply, deeply rooted.
Okay, share your Christmas story.
All right, it goes a little something like this. 'Twas the night before Christmas in some other house. The firstborn and lastborn were quiet as a mouse. The one creature stirring, I probably should mention, was the middle child, constantly seeking attention. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care. Still the middle child complained, "Theirs are bigger, no fair." While the oldest and youngest were snug in their bed, visions of hand-me-downs danced in his head. And Mama in her kerchief and I in my cap were so sick and tired of his middle child crap. When out on the lawn there arose such a clatter. Now what was he up to? Now what was the matter? My wondering eyes through the window could see a person I've seen many times on TV. She whined and she moaned, did this blonde-haired young lady. I knew in a moment, it must be Jan Brady. Marcia, 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 I've heard her exclaim. She gets all the glory, I get all the blame. If just for one day I could feel like the favorite, I'd relish the moment and always would savor it. Then, if as a sign from some power on high, a sleigh and 8 reindeer fell out of the sky, that's when Santa lost all control of his sled and hit poor Jan Brady smack dab right on her head. It's clear what I saw, so it's true what I'm saying, that Santa was guilty of texting while sleighing. Then something surreal happened after he hit her. I wished I had shared it on Facebook or Twitter. With a wink of his eye and a twist of his head, that jolly old man left Jan Brady for dead. He summoned his reindeer and called them by name and told them to hurry before the cops came. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen, on Comet, on Cupid, on Donder and Blitzen. They flew to the sky as those reindeer did climb and dashed away all from their hit-and-run crime. The ambulance came with its red lights aglow to shovel that mid-kid from out of the snow. The medics declared, after lengthy discussion, it was clear that she suffered a major concussion. They concurred that her symptoms would lessen and clear, but her middle child syndrome was terminally severe. And as they prepared for her hospital journey, her flash-frozen torso was placed on the gurney. She came to her senses, though clearly exhausted, and uttered these words as she thawed and defrosted. It really does suck being stuck in the middle. We always feel like we're the ones they belittle. Our siblings are normal, all happy and smiley, and we end up acting out, twerking like Miley. She continued her rant as they bandaged her head. It is hard to recount all the things that she said, but the last thing she babbled, I clearly recall. Happy Christmas, she said, middle children and all.
Very, very funny. Hey, have a happy and a hairy. I want you to have a hairy Christmas. Everybody else have a Merry Christmas.
And a Merry Christmas to you. Merry Christmas to all.
Hey, remember that you're the Christmas hoe, the middle one.
The hairy Christmas hoe.
Merry Christmas, Bruce.
Take it easy.
Hey,
Bob.
what's the website again?
The blog is smackdabblog.com, and you can follow on Twitter at Midkid Musings, in case you want to hear that poem again.
Yeah, like anybody wants to hear that ever again. It is 6:49. My name is Bob. It's BS with Bob Schmidt here on today's Talk 1490.